What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to my channel. Today, we are going to be doing another rebuild. The last rebuild we rebuilt the New England Patriots, which is my favorite team. Today, we're going to be rebuilding my least favorite team in the New York Football Giants. Let's get into it. All right, here we go. Let's take a quick look at the offense. Some of the key young pieces that I see us being cornerstones in this rebuild. Can't talk about the Giants without talking about Malik Neighbors right now. He has been awesome in real life. One of the best receivers in the NFL as a rookie. Here he's 21 years old, 6 foot, 200 pounds, has hidden development, 93 speed. I mean, great route running, great spec catch for a young player. He's going to be a key part of this rebuild. Theo Johnson, young tight end, hidden development, and I believe he has like 80 something speed. Yeah, 87 speed is pretty good. So he could be another cornerstone if he can develop correctly. Offensive line, you have Andrew Thomas, who's probably going to be the only guy that's going to stick around. Schmitz Jr. He's okay, I guess. I mean, he has star development. It looks like he could potentially be something. Van Ron's like 50. I don't even know why he's still out here. Expatriate Luminor wasn't good for us. He's not good for them. Shout out Jakob Johnson, former Patriot as well. All right, here's Daniel Jones. He committed highway robbery on the Giants. I mean, everybody knows this already. He's 27 years old, normal dev, 69 overall. Unless he somehow has off year this year, I don't know if he's going to be a part of the rebuild. I am very much assuming that we're going to try to move on from him at quarterback and just bite the cap though. All right, now for the defense, we're going to start here at corner. Deontay Banks, he's a good potential young corner. He has to develop his coverage skills, but all the athleticism is there. As for the defensive line, I mean, we need to figure out something on along the edges, but Dexter Lawrence is one of the best interior defensive linemen in the entire NFL, and he is so young as well. He has superstar X Factor development at just 26 years old. He is going to be a menace in this rebuild. I promise you, we are going to put him in positions to succeed. Second round pick, Tyler Rubin, I believe. He is going to be a good player for us as well. Hopefully, he can develop into a cornerstone piece. He's 23. He's a little bit older for a rookie. I believe he was drafted 47th overall, if my memory is working correctly. Can't not talk about this defense without talking about Brian Burns, one of the best players, young players in the league. I thought coming out he was going to be awesome on the Panthers. They obviously made the trade. They gave up a second and a fifth to get him, which I think is going to be a great move in hindsight. Um, Again, in this rebuild, I believe he could be a cornerstone. I believe he's 23 or 24 years old. Again, a young player. If he can develop correctly, he's going to be a huge part in real life and in this rebuild. Putting in a random 2025 draft class has Luther Burden, Travis Hunter, Colson Loveland, and a lot of good players. So hopefully it's going to work out. We'll see. We're currently 1-3. We're taking the 4-0 Seattle Seahawks. We're going to send this to the end of the year and see how the first year goes. Okay, we obviously don't make the playoffs, and we go 6-11 in the first year. Andy Williams, a guy we didn't talk about at the beginning here, huge year, has 7 upgrade points. Daniel Jones ends the year with 3,200 yards, 21 touchdowns, 16 interceptions. Look, if I have anything to say about it, and I do, he's getting the boot. Receiving wise, not even 1,000 yards for Malik Neighbors. It has to be the quarterback play that's downing him because in real life he's been going crazy. Only 4 touchdowns as well. 5 touchdowns for Theo Johnson. That's good for his development as well. Bobby Okereke leads us in tackles with 114, 13 for Dexter Lawrence, 7 for Kayvon Thibodeau, excuse me, 6 for Brian Burns. That's it. Chiefs and Patrick Mahomes win another Super Bowl, and unfortunately, no offensive or defensive rookie of the years or any awards for the Giants. He's going to accept his option. He's only 24 years old. He had 7 sacks. That's a good year, but we want him to have a great year. So let's continue to develop him. Azeez Ojulari, obviously a guy who I liked coming out of college a little bit, but honestly, this is kind of fine. I'd give him this if he wants it, but we'll take him back for a couple years. Man, Evan Neal, 17 million. I just don't think I can do that, especially because we only have 54 million. I say only, like that's a lot in the NFL. Darius Slayton was the only other player I really contemplated extending here, but he's 28 years old, normal dev. I think he's only going to go downhill from here. So let's rebuild his core from the start. Oh man, we are looking for a place to unload this contract. If we can't do it, we might have to bite $30 million. All right, let's see if we can get any offers here for Daniel Jones. Of course, no one's going to want that contract. After seeing what guys like, Justin Fields, who still has potential, and Sam Howell went for some low draft capital, I'm kind of thinking if we are going to be able to trade him, that's probably the package we're looking at here for Daniel Jones. All right, every team that's going to take him is pretty much in the negatives here, as you can see on the cap room spot. It's just not realistic. I think, unfortunately, we're going to have to eat $28 million and release Daniel Jones. I wish I could say that this is painful, but honestly, it kind of feels like a burden off my shoulders. It is a lot of cap to eat, but this is the fresh start that we need to change the New York Giants organization around. Malik Neighbors does have superstar ability, by the way, so that is huge as he's going to develop even faster now for whatever quarterback we get on this roster. After cutting Daniel Jones, we have about 20 something million dollars to work with. I believe $26 million to work with. And we are going to need to protect a young quarterback that we're going to get with some offensive linemen. So we're going to target that here in free agency with the little money that we do have. Okay, so unfortunately, we did not get a tackle, which means we're really heading out of this free agency with nothing. We want to build through the draft anyway and through trades. So let's do that. Okay, we do have the 8th overall pick in the NFL draft this year. We are going to try to see if we can move up for a quarterback if that represents itself. We'll see who's available. We'll see how the board falls. The Rams do have the #1 overall pick. Let's take a look here. If we want a quarterback, are we going to have to move up for one? You know, the quarterbacks we're looking at really probably Shadur Sanders, Quinn Ewers, maybe Carson Beck, all good options. We have the quarterback I think we want, the quarterback who's going to be able to handle the Giants. Will his dad let him come here? Who knows if primetime will even let him come. Shadur Sanders is going to be the quarterback we're going to select here. He looks good. His accuracies look amazing. Play action looks amazing. He ran 4.69, which is honestly not that bad. I'm excited. Shadur Sanders, the future of the New York Giants. There is a new quarterback in town that looks nothing like Shadur Sanders. Obviously, we got the quarterback, which is probably the most important pick, but we still have so many more picks in this draft. So we're going to need to address probably offensive line, defensive ends, free safety, I think. I'm not loving the value here early in the second round, so we're going to look to move the pick. Ladies and gentlemen, we've made our first trade of the video. We are going to be giving up our second round pick here that we weren't able to find in exchange for wide receiver Jameson Williams from the Lions, as well as free safety Joseph. I think this is a good trade for us. We get two positions of need with some elite deep threat ability for Shadur Sanders. With our selection in the third round, we're going to be taking right guard Travis Hudgens. He has a pass block finesse and pass block power. He's ranked 41 in true value. We took him at 72. So I think that's a pretty good pick here. Shadur Sanders was our 8th overall pick, the quarterback of our future, 6'2, 215. Hidden development, which is good. 91 throw power. The accuracies look great. Break sack is good. 80 speed will definitely be enough to get him out of trouble here in the NFL. Very excited for the future of the quarterback. Hidden development, 74 overall. This looks to be a great pick. The pass protection is good. Needs a lot of work in run, but protecting Shadur is the most important thing right now, and that is why we selected him. Okay, I think we made some major improvements from last season already. We have Malik Neighbors, Jameson Williams, Devin Singletary, and then we have Shadur Sanders at quarterback. We're going to start him as a rookie. We're not going to think twice about it. We have the new right guard, Hodgins. Evan Neal, we're going to start at right tackle. Not happy about that, but, you know, we'll see. Have Andrew Thomas, obviously Theo Johnson at tight end. All right, defensively here, we're gonna have Tyler Nubin and Joseph here at safeties. We're gonna have Bobby Okereke. We're gonna move Isaiah Simmons into middle linebacker. I just think that's better now that we have our safety situation figured out for the future. Brian Burns, Kayvon Thibodeau, Andrew Phillips at second, Deontay Banks at first corner. We have obviously Dexter Lawrence. We're gonna have the rookie right end, and we're gonna have Mr. Chapman here at left end. All right, we are going to start Azeez Ojulari here at left end. I know it's not ideal, but honestly, we signed him to a 2-year extension just to be kind of a depth piece, so we might as well give him some PT while we have no one there. All right, without further ado, let's get to the midseason mark. We're 1-6 at the midseason mark. Let's evaluate. Okay, well, first of all, Shadur Sanders has superstar abilities, which is huge for the development of this team. So if there is a silver lining of being 1-6, that is definitely it. What I was just saying about the silver lining is that he has superstar abilities. He's 4 touchdowns to 14 interceptions. We literally can't run the ball at all. Malik Neighbors is doing decent. We can't score touchdowns. Literally zero sack production at this point. After the season, we're in desperate need of a playbook change. All right, let's get to the end of the season. All right, so we have the exact same record as last year. We ended up winning some games here down the stretch. I'm not sure if that's even a good thing, but at the same time, I guess it is because our rookie quarterback's getting some PT. We end 6-11. Silver linings here. Our offensive line, our rookie offensive guard, ends up being kind of a star here. He's upgrading very, very, very well in his first year. Considering we were like 4 touchdowns to 14 interceptions or something like that halfway through the year, this honestly isn't that bad of a finish here for Shedeur Sanders. Singletary, 12 touchdowns. Honestly, I can live with that. Malik Neighbors, 1,100 yards, only 6 touchdowns, but that is positive for sure. Jameson Williams, the speedster, 800 yards and three. That's okay. Theo Johnson, 400 yards, 2 touchdowns. I kind of wish that could be a little bit more, but I understand. Still letting up a lot of sacks. The offensive line needs major improvement defensively. Again, better sack production here in the second half. 9, 8, 6 for Isaiah Simmons. Interesting. Okay. 3 interceptions for Bobby Okereke, 3 for Deontay Banks, and 2 for Isaiah Simmons, 1 for Tyler Newman as well. Season recap: the Browns beat the Seahawks in the Super Bowl. Crazy. Mahomes wins another MVP. Other than that, we have nobody in the yearly awards. Ooh, 128. You guys can't even see this. As you guys can see right there, $128 million in cap room. First player we're going to extend is Jameson Williams. He didn't have the craziest productive year this year, but having 98 speed brings another thread to this offense and is going to open it up even more for Malik Neighbors. So we're going to give him this contract. No, we're not. He's going to try to test free agency. 43. We're going to look to bring him back further in free agency. Deontay Banks, we're definitely going to accept his 5th-year option. It's a little expensive, but I think that's going to be worth it in the long run. Kirby Joseph, who we traded for, also, wow, this is a very cheap contract. Not mad at giving him this at all. Get him here long term. He's going to be the free safety of the future for this team. Evan Neal, I can't do it. Like, I'm sorry. I just can't do it. Cordo Flott, he's okay, I guess. Again, for as a depth piece, probably not like a key part of the future, but I would give him a contract just to get him kind of over the hump here. Pause. All right, first thing we're gonna do here in free agency, make sure that we get Jameson Williams back. I'm willing to pay him good money, 18 million. That's not even a lot at this point in the NFL right now. As for our wide receiver too, that's definitely gonna be worth it if we can bring him back. One of the main priorities here is definitely gonna be to bring in more offensive line help. Gotta protect Shedeur Sanders. It's obviously the number one priority. In 3 years, I'd even up this money a little bit more. I think he could be a good piece for us. We'd obviously move him to left guard because we have our rookie right guard, now second year right guard. Taylor Moton is a guy who I think we could bring in here. Again, we have money and I'm gonna spend it. I bring him in for a year, maybe two. No, we'll bring him in for 1 year. It's gonna be expensive. That's just gonna be the first initial offer. The only team offering on him, we need to bring in a good player there because we have to protect Shedeur Sanders. We need to bring in defensive line help. I like Jermaine Johnson here. I think this could be a good fit for us. All right, we have our 5 offers. Let's see who we can bring in. Okay. We've gotten 3. We got our right tackle Moulton, we got the right end, and then we have Jameson Williams back for a couple more years, which is huge. That means we did miss out on Stromberg, a guy who I liked, who was young, had potential to be there at left guard. I guess we're gonna have to probably look to fill that need in the trade or in the draft. Okay, we're gonna get Derrick Henry for about $5.5 million, which is not bad. We're also gonna end up getting a kicker in Brandon Aubrey, just to fill some more needs. All right, that's going to be it for free agency. I really like the way that the team is looking heading into the draft. So speaking of it, let's go ahead into the draft. Okay, we're back with the 8th pick in the draft again. We definitely have some needs that we can fill here. Let's just get straight to our pick and see what we can get. Oh my gosh, there's literally 5 quarterbacks here projected to go in the first round. Oh, this guy's a potential undrafted free agent talent. Best defensive player on the board, 6'3", 279. D finesse moves, B power moves, C block shed. He's decently athletic. It just doesn't look like a top 10 pick to me. Jeez, Daniel Boone doesn't look like it either. D finesse moves, C block shed. Not very athletic. Ah, man. Okay, JT Thornton, A power moves, A tackle, 6'6", 274. C finesse moves, C block shed, but he's 21 years old. He has some potential. He's pretty athletic. This could end up being the guy. JT Thornton, he's a little bit further down the board. He's pretty far down the board. We might be able to trade back and get some good assets and come back and get him later in the first round. We're going to be trading the number 8 overall pick along with Azeez Ojulari, Devin Singletary, a 4th, a 5th, and a 5th in 2028 in exchange for a first round pick this year, next year, and a second round pick this year. All right, with our pick here at the end of the first round, we're going to be looking to take this center. And I know Giants fans are probably going to be pissed, but look, we need an upgrade here at center. Unfortunately, the end we wanted JT Thornton or whatever was off the board at this point. So we're going to be taking a center, which is a huge position in need, the leader of the offensive line. I'm happy with the selection, and I think it's going to really work out in the long run. We traded away Devin Singletary, so we are in need of a running back upgrade. Here in the second round, we're going to be taking Nick Hicks. He has A juke move, B stiff arm. I think he's going to be pretty good. I'm very excited about this selection because we do need a new running back. We have Derrick Henry on the roster right now, but I'm very excited about our new running back going forward. All right, maybe missing out on that end of the first round ended up being maybe a blessing in disguise. We end up looking at this guy, Dariel Daryl Riley here. He's 21 years old, 6'4", 315. He ends up having B power moves, A block shed, A Pele rec, A tackle. I'm pretty happy about this. I think he's gonna be pretty good. He does have a D finesse moves, but at 21 years old, having all those other traits here in the third round, I think this is a steal. He's not crazy athletic, but I'm really excited about this selection. Okay, time for the draft recap. We're looking at a 73 overall center, 21 years old. He looks like he's going to be a pretty good pass protector, good run blocker as well, besides the run back and pass block finesse. So he's more of a power blocker. But I'm really excited about Dominic Steele to be a good part of this offensive line. He's going to hopefully be leading that group at the center position. We take the running back here in the second round, 5'9", 190, 21 years old. Again, we're going for younger players here. 93 juke move. That's huge. Good trucking, good stiff arm, good acceleration, 92 speed, 76 catching. He looks like he's going to be a great player for us. 6'4", 250 pounds, 21 years old. Great block shed to start here. 78, 80 tackle, 87 strength, 86 acceleration. His power and finesse moves need some work. We don't really need him to rush the passer, though. He's more going to be a run stopper. We have plenty of guys to rush the passer right now as this. This is what the offense is looking like. I'm very proud of the upgrades we made this offseason. Shadur Sanders unfortunately lost his superstar abilities. We need to get that back this year ASAP. The rookie Hicks is going to be starting at running back for us. Derrick Henry, the backup. He's also going to be the fullback. Malik Neighbors, still superstar, still a baller. 86 overall. This is the year for him to make that superstar, maybe superstar X Factor jump. Jameson Williams over here at the Z. Theo Johnson ended up being a pretty good player, and he's still growing. Moten at right tackle, Hodgins at guard, the second year from last year's draft. Steele is going to start at center. Runyon, again, he's not been awful. Andrew Thomas obviously going to play. The defense is looking. We're starting the rookie Maggot here at middle linebacker too, but Bobby Okereke, Clavon, Brian Burns. We're going to start the rookie right end. Who we took in the second round. Pretty happy about that. Johnson, Dexter Lawrence, Banks, Phillips, Newman, Simmons going back to safety. And then Flock here is going to be playing slot corner for us. We're going to put Malik Neighbors in the slot. We'll see how that looks. I think this could be a playoff team this year, and I do genuinely believe that this is the year the New York Giants turn this all around. So let's commit to making the playoffs, and let's see how we look at the midseason mark. They're an 84 overall team, and we are 2-5 at the midseason mark. Let's go check out the statistics and see what is going on. Okay, Shadur Sanders, 11 touchdowns, 4 interceptions through 8 games. That's not that bad. The 205 yards is the thing I'm worried about. We need to get more yards. 28th in offensive yards, middle of the pack in defensive yards, but the points scored is what really matters. We're 31st. We're second worst in points scored. That's unacceptable. And 12th in points allowed. Man, that's not that bad defensively, but offensively, we have got to make some changes. All right, guys, we've made a playbook change, so let's sim to the end of the year and see if that makes any difference. Hopefully, we can win some games. We need to basically win out, maybe losing a couple in order to make the playoffs, but let's just see how the rest of the season goes. Okay, we're gonna end the year 8-9. With the way we started, I'm really not mad at this at all. We're gonna have some decent money this offseason. Let's check out the statistics for the end of the year here. Wow, I mean, Shadur Sanders turned it up in the second half of the year. 4,300 yards, 37 touchdowns, 12 interceptions. He definitely picked it up the second half of the year. Hicks, not great, but honestly, the yardage wise isn't that bad. We just need more touchdowns and more average on those. Receiving wise, Malik Neighbors, 1,300 yards, 16 touchdowns. Malik Neighbors finally hit that stride, becoming one of the best receivers in the NFL, which we believed he could be from a rookie. Theo Johnson, 850 yards. Jalen Hyatt, 860. Jameson Williams, 859 touchdowns for him. Moten lit up 14 sacks. Definitely going to look to probably replace him as he's aging at this point. Andrew Thomas, 7. I mean, the second year guard's been awesome. The center 4, That's livable. We can definitely live with that. Sack wise, 13 for Dexter Lawrence, 10 for Cleveland Thibodeau. Only 5.5 for Brian Burns. That number needs to improve ASAP. Interceptions wise, 4 for Banks, 3 for Kirby, 1 for the rookie Maggot. Great tackles for loss. I mean, that's awesome. Going everywhere. 111 tackles for Bobby Okereke. All right, the Kansas City Chiefs win another Super Bowl. Michael Penix wins the MVP. Other than that, no New York Giants in this year's awards. So much money, 128 million, and we're probably going to need every penny of it. League neighbors, $33 million. We're gonna accept that, and there goes a lot of our money right away. Kevin Thibodeau had 10 sacks this year, so he's definitely gonna be a guy who I want to extend. We're gonna give him a good contract here, pay him well. He deserves it. He needs to continue to grow and continue to be better, though. For $23 million, I just can't do it after he let up like 14 sacks last year. Running has actually been extremely solid for us, and this is a pretty cheap contract for 1 year. I will give him that. Whether he's going to start or not, we're going to find out this offseason, but I'm happy with that so far. Michael Mayer would be a good player we could bring in for maybe like $10 million a year. If we can do that, I think that'd be awesome if he could be the second tight end behind Theo Johnson. All right, Elton Jenkins is a $20 million player, which is very expensive, maybe even a little more. We're going to give him a 2 year contract because you can't overpay for players who are going to make a big difference on your team, and getting a better left guard is just going to be what we need. We're not going to get Michael Mayer, but we are going to get Elton Jenkins, and we're also going to get a punter. But this is not it for the offseason. We have so much more to do. We're going to make a big trade here. We're going to be acquiring one of the best young middle linebackers in the NFL in McGuire here from the Colts, as well as a left tackle Hall, who I think we're going to move over to the right side. We're trading away our first round pick, which is number 18 overall. But we still, if you guys remember, we traded back in the first round last year, picked up a first and a second round pick. So we have two. So we also have the number 8 overall pick in this year's draft. We also traded a second round pick this year and a third round pick next year. I know this seems like a high price to pay, but because we already have 2 first round picks, I don't think it's going to make that much of a difference. And we get 2 players who are going to be good right now. Bringing in our guy Patrick Ricard at fullback. Okay, we are in win now mode. And in win now mode, in this world, Travis Hunter is playing wide receiver, not corner, and we have traded the number 8 overall pick for him, as well as another young middle linebacker here. We are so excited. We're in win now mode with Shadur Sanders throwing back to Travis Hunter. The storyline was too good. I had to make it happen. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, here is the team. This team is a Super Bowl team. I can feel it in my bones. Shadur Sanders teamed back up with Travis Hunter in New York. It is an awesome storyline, first of all. Second of all, I mean, they're back. They're back. At this point, maybe Coach Prime is coaching the team. I don't even know. Theo Johnson. We also drafted this hidden development tight end, I believe in the 3rd round. So more of a run blocker, but honestly, we'll take it. That's probably what he's going to be for the most part. Anyways, the offensive line looks so good. We've rebuilt it, revamped it, and obviously Jameson Williams here as the 3rd receiver. Hicks at the running back. Defensively, honestly, the defense might even be better than the offense, which is saying something for sure. We have Brian Burns and Dexter Lawrence who are our superstar X factors. We have great corners in Banks and Phillips. Newman, who's developed pretty solidly through his first 3 or 4 years here. The 2 linebackers who we traded for, both very young, both stars. I'm very excited to see the way they can develop. And Joseph, who we traded for on the first day of the rebuild. Riley and Johnson. Riley, he was our our 3rd round pick last year. He's 22 years old. He seems to be developing pretty well. He's a great run stopper. He's getting there a little bit as a pass rusher, even though that's not even his main thing. We are a 87 overall team. We are bound to make the playoffs, bound to make the Super Bowl. This is the year we are committing to it. Win the Super Bowl at all costs. No midseason mark from this point on. Straight to the playoffs. Let's go. What? How on earth are we 5-12? Are you kidding me? This team is unbelievable. We're an 87 overall, and we're using the Kansas City Chiefs offensive playbook. What on earth? I mean, Shadur Sanders, I mean, a lot of interceptions, but 500 yards, 41 touchdowns. Running back, I mean, we didn't run the ball well. But oh my, I mean, we had 3 receivers with 1,000 yards. Neighbors 1,100. Travis Hunter 1,100. Oh my gosh! And Jameson Williams had 17 touchdowns, 13 sacks, 11 and a half sacks, 6 sacks for Burns. Burns needs to be better, but We had a pretty decent amount of interceptions. I mean, so many tackles for loss. Are you kidding me? I mean, if you just look at the stats, you think we're the best team in the league. What is going on? 26th in points scored. So we were moving the ball, just not scoring. And 25th in points allowed. As an 87 overall team, that's unbelievable. With the Chiefs playbook, which is the best playbook in the game, oh my gosh, we are gonna need a fast off season for you guys. Just quickly get straight into it because oh my gosh, my mind is blown. We have so much to figure out. All right, we're gonna accept Travis Hunter's $30 million option. Dexter Lawrence, even though he is 30 years old, man, we are going to pay him like a mother. He's back. Shadur Sanders, 56 million dollar player option. We're gonna accept. Oh man, this is expensive. Gonna give him what he wants. Such a great offer. He's excited to stay with the team. Theo Johnson, another guy. Look, at this point, we're bringing back all the players that we have drafted. It's starting to get expensive. If we want to win the Super Bowl, we're going to have to do this now. Another player that we need to extend, who also, now we can see right here, has superstar development. He's going to keep getting better. He's a must bring back on this team. We will give him a 1 year deal if he wants this. He's coming back, and I'm honestly not mad at it. Bring back the kicker. Other than that, we're good. All right, we did just extend two corners, but honestly, when a guy like Terrion Arnold with superstar development is sitting here in free agency, I'm not going to hesitate to give him good money. Oh my gosh. Are you kidding me? Greg Johnson's superstar X Factor. I mean, he is a blocking tight end, but we are absolutely going to take that. All right, we tried to get Terrion Arnold and Cooper Jean both signed elsewhere, Bills and Broncos. Because we couldn't get Terrion Arnold or Cooper Jean in free agency, we decided to hit up my favorite team, and we got Christian Gonzalez from the New England Patriots in exchange for 2 second-round picks and a 6th-round pick next year. Not mad at this at all. I think this is actually great value. I don't even think we're overpaying. I'm biased. You'd think we're the Los Angeles Rams by how often we're trading our first overall pick, well, first round pick. We're trading away our first round pick along with the fourth and a sixth in exchange for the best young safety in the league, Starks, and a superstar right guard and a second round pick. We are going all in. We need to make big moves. I don't think that a rookie first round pick is going to make as big of a difference as these superstar players we're getting back in return. We also just got a 2nd-round pick that I'm going to look to move as well to get another star player to upgrade this team. It is Super Bowl year or bust. Making another upgrade to the secondary. We're getting the best young safety, strong safety in the league. We just got the best young free safety, and we also got Christian Gonzalez. We are making huge upgrades to the secondary. We need to be locked down. We are giving up Elton Jenkins, but we did just trade for another young guard. Backup now because we just traded for the free safety. So we're trading Joseph and a 2nd-round pick this year, and we're getting a 3rd-round pick in return. All out. All right, this is absolutely the best team we've had yet. Malik Neighbors, Travis Hunter, Shador Sanders, Hicks, a better left guard, a younger left guard. We have the superstar X Factor fullback, and he's also playing backup tight end, Theo Johnson. The offense looks unbelievably good, but maybe not even as good as the defense. Christian Gonzalez at cornerback 1. We get the lockdown corner. Then we have Deontay Banks at cornerback 2. Phillips is going to be playing in the slot. Huge safety upgrades. We get Haynes and Starks, X Factor. Don't let me forget about Riley Johnson, who had like a lot of TFLs last year. Dexter Lawrence, never gonna forget about him. He's honestly been underrated. I feel like I don't even talk about him enough right now in this rebuild. Brian Barnes, who is in desperate need of a good year. He's had like 6 sacks the last 2 years. Clevon Thibodeau's been great. The two young linebackers, and Ruben as the backup. We have a must-win year. If we don't win this year, I'm going to freak out. Committing to the Super Bowl once again. Let's sim straight to the playoffs. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the moment. This is the year where the New York Giants come back. We came so far from Odell Beckham Jr. and Eli Manning and Michael Strahan and all those players that we had. I think we finally built a team that is playoff ready, that is Super Bowl ready. Yes! Oh my gosh, ladies and gentlemen, the 89 overall team goes 12-5. And not only that, we get the first round bye. It has been a long way coming. We are here. We have a bye in the first week. We 12-5. Are you kidding me? Let's go. Still a pretty decent amount of interceptions, 14, but Shadur Sanders 4,500 yards, 41 touchdowns, 69% completion percentage. Another amazing year. 10 touchdowns for the running back, 1,300 yards, and 15 touchdowns for Jamison Williams at wide receiver 3. Malik Neighbors gets 1,008. Travis Hunter, 909 touchdowns. Christian Gonzalez with 4, 2 for McGuire, 2 for Washington. Haynes, sacks. This is a big one. Wow, sack production is so low, but we're having a great year. Riley leading our team in sacks. So interesting. I mean, Brian Burns, you're almost fired, buddy. Let's go see who our divisional opponent is. Okay, divisional matchup here. We play the Eagles in the first round. Let's upgrade these players and let's go see if we can win our first playoff game in who knows how many years it's been. Here we go. Divisional round matchup. We get to see Devontae Smith, Jalen Hurts, and the Eagles taking us on here. Moment. We're already up 7-0. Here we go. Up 7. They scored. They get a field goal. Here we go. Late into the second quarter, they're going to score again. We're down by 3. Now we're up. Now they score 14-17. 17-17. We tie it up. The Eagles have the ball. They score a touchdown, 24-17. Entering the fourth quarter, we need a big play. We score a huge one right there. Oh my gosh, we needed it too. Time ticking down. We have the ball back. We're driving down the field. Here we go. Here we go. All right, 24-24, 59 seconds left. Taking the ball down the field. The Eagles get the ball back. I think it is time. We need to hop in and make sure that they do not score. Oh my goodness. So this is the first time we've been able to play with this team, and it is so exciting. Good to see little completion there over the middle. We're going to rally and make that tackle. They have no timeouts. They're forced to just go no huddle here. We're going to play deep. There's no reason we should do anything stupid here. Here we go. He's testing it. No, he's throwing the ball away. We need to stop. Going out and he's sacked. Huge sack. We're going to call a timeout. 9 seconds. We could potentially get this ball back and try to win something. They're just going to take it. Travis Hunter's back here. Travis Hunter. Travis Hunter hits the corner. Travis Hunter jukes back inside. Oh, we were so close. All right, coin flip. We need something big here. We have won the toss. I believe we actually want to kick this ball away. Driving down the field, we are going to need some sort of points here. They get the ball back. We're going to hop back in. I mean, we have to at this point. We have to make sure we win this game. I believe if they score in this possession, the game is over. We are going to need to stop. Once again here, the defense needs to step up. The offense must have gotten their drop stalled. They're going empty here. Looking for something. They throw. It's intercepted by Washington. Oh my goodness. It's a huge play in overtime for the divisional round. Okay. We get to stop there with the cross and the post throw. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Jamison Williams wins the game at a huge slot fade. Whose man coverage it is the 98 speed. He beats him all the way to the end zone. We are going to the NFC Championship. Shadur Sanders with the game of his life. 400 yards, 71% completion percentage, 4 touchdowns, no interceptions, 113 yards for Neighbors. Jamison Williams, obviously the game-winning touchdown in 100 yards. What a game. What a finish. Here we go. NFC Championship versus the Los Angeles Rams. We have a chance to go to the Super Bowl. All right, we go up 6-0 to start the game. We must have missed a PAT. They score. We score again. 13-7, 20-7, 20-10. Entering here, 27-10. Huge lead, but they score right before halftime, and then they score again. 14. Oh my gosh, they keep scoring. 31-27 here in the fourth quarter. Oh my gosh, let's slow this down a little bit. We are down 4 points here in the fourth quarter with a chance to go to the Super Bowl. Here we go. We score again, 31-34. We take the lead here. They're driving down the field. We score again, a field goal, 41-31. This is massive. They score again. We get the ball back. We can run this clock out and win this game. There it is. Ladies and gentlemen, the New York Football Giants are heading back to the Super Bowl once again. It kind of pains me to say it, but we are going they, not we. I do not associate myself with that. But the New York Giants are going back to the Super Bowl. Woo! Oh my gosh, how fitting is it? Kansas City back here again. In order to win the Super Bowl, we have to get through the big bad Patrick Mahomes. Looking to see any development upgrades. Jameson Williams goes up to superstar. We now have three receivers. This is crazy with superstar X Factor, superstar. Defensively, doesn't look like anybody else is completely upgraded. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's get in the 2028 Super Bowl. I think we built an unbelievable team here as the general manager of the New York Giants. All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. It's underway. 3 points only in the first quarter, 6 points. It is a low scoring one so far. We're entering halftime up 13-7. Not bad at all. Here we go. 21-7. Here we go. Oh, Patrick Mahomes scores on the first drive of the fourth quarter. This is an absolutely massive moment. Patrick Mahomes has a knack for coming back in these games. Oh my goodness. Okay. Here we go. Yes, we go up 28-14. Patrick Mahomes now gets the ball back. He's driving down the field. We get the ball back. Ladies and gentlemen, there's a real chance. We score 35-14, and we are going to win 38-20. And we will take a knee to enjoy the New York Giants bringing a Super Bowl back to New York with them, back to the Big Apple. Shadur Sanders wins it all, takes them, leads the team with Travis Hunter, Malik Neighbors, Dexter Lawrence, all of these unbelievable players. 389 yards and 3 touchdowns, 78% completion percentage for Shadur Sanders. Just to be clear, Shadur Sanders did win Super Bowl MVP. He beat out the regular season MVP, Patrick Mahomes. What a moment, Giants fans. Y'all have done it. Thank you guys so much for watching. This is where we're going to wrap it up. I mean, the team we built here has been unbelievable. Ups and downs definitely throughout the entire episode, but I'm really glad we did this. I'm glad we were able to bring a Super Bowl to the Giants, as much as it hurts my heart a little bit inside as a Patriots fan. But I'm glad I was able to do it for you guys. If you guys want to see me rebuild any other team, let me know down below in the comments. Leave a like, subscribe. I would really appreciate it. Thank you guys for watching. Peace.